Greetings and welcome to the Wednesday afternoon Vodkast Podcast. Why don't you bathe in the glory of my crotch? Ooh, almost had a crotch fire there. Sometimes it gets a little steamy on the Vodkast Podcast. Not today, though. Not today. That was just a mere accident. My crotch doesn't actually light up. It's actually a light I had here. See, it's a little too bright when I use it on the green screen, and I'm trying to get a flat green when you do a green screen stuff, because the singularity of the color, the less alterations in the spectrum allow you to do a lot more. So, for example, if you see this little, black on the side, if you're watching, and I were to do like this is a little bit better, but it's just hard to find the, you don't give a shit. And I don't blame you. How are you guys doing today? I wanted to show you something. All right, so this is a podcast, but if you get a chance and you're not listening to it, check out, I keep feeling like something's on fire now. If you get a chance, just watch the video. What am I showing you? Oh, yeah. I know Jess well enough to know that was the exact reaction I was looking for. That moment of just sheer terror. What am I seeing? What is this real? The video we did yesterday, the snacks for Jessica. There's a cut scene, little scene in there. Not a cut scene. I don't know what the fuck you call it. It's a little snippet where I threw in the scene from Pet Sematary where Jeb is getting his Achilles tendon cut by Gage from underneath the bed. And I repeated it and sped it up and slowed it down. But it was really just that first moment. I even gave it like 3 or 4 frames extra just so that she could prepare herself to know that, yes, it's coming. I don't know if it was enough, though, based on the look I gave her. So I certainly do apologize. Or do I? Jess and I have always had this feud. You see, I'm the leader of an organization called GAWD, G-A-W-D. What does it stand for? That's none of your goddamn business. Actually, I don't know what it stands for. And Jess represents the Friends of Nichols. And for a while, I had a son, and his name was Mr. Board, and he was a board. And Jess kidnapped him and sent me pieces of him and with ransom letters, and it was the funniest thing. So in return, what I did was what did I do? I made a little coffin and I filled it out of like cardboard, and I filled it with mustard covered tuna, and I closed it and I put it at the back of one of her clothes jaws and just left it there. I don't know what her response was to that, but I do remember on many of occasions, there was this one time where I had taken lighter fluid and I'd done a pentagram on the rug. Yeah, stupid. I know. I was a dummy. And when she came in, I was just like, I don't know. I said some kind of greeting and I lit it and it was just like, and it didn't go out, it didn't burn the house down, but it was I've always been a person like that. I like getting a reaction out of people. It's one of my favorite things. I prefer it to be positive, but in all of these cases, in all honesty, as terrible as this sounds, for 2 friends to treat each other this way, it was mutually cool. Sometimes it goes a little overboard, like the time I took her dresser drawer and stuck it in the oven and turned the oven on and left. And I think I was there a few minutes before I left, and I don't know if I just forgot to mention it or whatever, but all of a sudden they smelled wood burning, and they realized that there's actually an interesting video of that apartment where much of this went down. It's 15 minutes of destruction, and I will link it in a card up above if you guys want to check it out. It's one of the very first videos I ever filmed when I first started realizing that I kind of want to do something with this. Like, I love music. I started playing guitar the first time when I was about 10 years old. And I used to sit with my neighbor and he'd play guitar and try to teach me some chords, but my hands were so small and it hurt. You know how it is if you play guitar and you're little. And then I was about 16 or so, and I met my friend Bob Melanson, and that's when I really started to learn how to play guitar and took it a little more serious. And my hands were a little bit bigger then too. But the idea of combining two creative forms like that, to create music and video and content for the internet, like when that started to become a thing, like it all started to make sense for me because I'd been doing it, well, wanting to do something like that for years. And there was no platform available. Now it's like there's a lot more places that you can share that type of stuff. But back in the day, there was nothing like that. Back in the day, I didn't even have the internet. Yeah, you whippersnappers. Did you have a rotary dial phone at home? Yeah, I did. Those are my children being freaks of nature. I don't know if you can hear them. You're probably not hearing a lot of anything outside of my voice or directly in this region. So I had a terrific interaction on my YouTube page today. There was a comment placed on one of the videos that I put up in the last month that disagreed with something I said, and I believe I kind of offended them. And so whenever anything like that ever happens, whenever I see somebody who is offended or hurt or I've wronged, especially on YouTube, obviously, I mean, in real life too, but on YouTube, my first reaction is I want to apologize and I want to find out why they're upset and I want to do whatever I can within my belief system to make it better for them. And so I reached out to them and I put a message out there just saying that I apologize and that really this is just a form of entertainment. And a lot of the things that you hear on the channel aren't necessarily anything short of my opinion. Anywho, the difference opinion was a specific subject. And by just reaching out to that person, and I don't want to mention their name because I don't know if they want to be mentioned on here, but I think you can touch people on a spiritual level or a personal level, I guess. I guess spiritual level is going a little bit deeper than I intended there. But, if you just stop for a minute and take a breath and realize that just like you, everyone else that you're interacting with, their world is their world. You know what I mean? I think we all see ourselves to a certain degree as the center of our own worlds. Like, why wouldn't you? Everything surrounds you immediately and then goes out from there. So it's hard to see beyond yourself sometimes. And it's hard sometimes to take that moment and breathe and go, this person's a person with feelings and I hurt their feelings. And legitimately, no matter what their opinion is of what we're talking about, I said something to do someone harm. And I never mean to do that. And I tell you, I'm not the friendliest, nicest guy on here sometimes. I'm going to be completely blunt when I want to be blunt. But the fact of the matter is it's never my intentions to ever do harm to anyone. I just want to make everybody laugh and smile. You know that. And because of that, now I have another subscriber. So thank you for joining this channel. Well, I'm going to let you guys go because I just wanted to pop in and show you that video and talk for a few minutes. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday. I'll probably be back again before the end of the week. So you guys take care of each other and don't forget to make somebody smile today. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night.